All right, so now we need to make sure that we install the software that we need to create our Java programs. We need the Java development kit in order to compile our code into bytecode and to run our Java applications and so forth. Well, it turns out that Oracle is the company that owns Java, and so if I go to oracle.com and I ignore all those pop-ups and then come to download Java for developers, this is what I'm interested in. You could use download Java, but this gives me some more visuals that I want to share. And so here I can see that I can download the Java JDK. I'm going to click on it. And in fact, this is the most current JDK, the Java development kit that I would require depending on what operating system I need. So don't worry about these demos and samples. This is the main thing. So if I then chose whatever operating system I'm running, this would install the JDK, which gives me the ability to create my Java application. So that's at the minimum what you're going to need to run or to create your Java programs. From here, I could use Notepad++ or whatever editor you're used to using, if any. If you have Atom, any editor will work at this point in time because you create your source code and then you utilize the Java development kit to create your bytecode and then ultimately run your Java program. So this is the very minimum that you need. But in this class, we're going to also be using NetBeans. So I'm going to put this on hold for a moment and go over to netbeans.org. And NetBeans is an IDE, which is an integrated development environment, which gives us tools to create source code that's more options than simply Notepad++. So this is a nice editor to use to create our Java applications. And this is one we'll be going between Notepad++ and NetBeans. And so we want to get NetBeans installed as well. And so if I click on download, I can see that NetBeans will automatically install that SE version for me. So at this point, I could, by choosing download, NetBeans will download and install both the NetBeans IDE and the JDK that I need to run my Java program. So this will do both for me. So if I'm using NetBeans, I can simply download and utilize this. So if you click on download, now I did this download, and the reason is at OTC, we use NetBeans sometimes in PHP class. You can use it in the JavaScript class. So if you want to have the extra compilers or interpreters available, you can use this download. Either one will work, but the minimum for our class, if you're using NetBeans, you'll want to use this download. And so go ahead and click download, and it'll download it into whatever your default download directory is. So in this case, I'm not waiting for the download to happen. I've already got it downloaded, and I'm going to double click on the exe file. Yes, I want to do whatever it is you're doing. It configures the installer. Waiting. And then I get this little message letting me know. Now I chose the download option that had more choices. It had the PHP and it had the HTML and JavaScript because I teach those classes. So for me, it's nice to have all of those. But at the minimum, I at least have NetBeans and I have the Java SE, the JDK that's required. And then we'll click on next. Yes, I accept. And then this lets me know where it's installing the NetBeans and also where it's installing the JDK. And this is important when we have to set the environment variable path. More on that later, but at least recognize where the Java JDK is being installed. So the JDK is here in the program files Java directory, and there's the most current JDK version. And then NetBeans, of course, then is being installed here in program files, so make sure you pay attention to that. My particular one has already been installed, so I'm getting this error that won't allow me to go on, but it's pretty straightforward from here. Just keep on clicking on next after that, and eventually you'll get to the installer. Lets you know that it's complete, and it's up to you if you want to contribute your data and finish. And eventually, I guess I have too many versions running. I was trying to demonstrate. But eventually then you should be able to see NetBeans, and NetBeans will come up. Ideally, there it is, and you should be good to go.